You're watching BBN Tonight on your official UK sports station, LEX 18.
Welcome back to BBN Tonight. Fans are still riding high after that big win in Knoxville.
Yeah, our guy Eli Gain was there. Also, the voice of the Wildcats, Tom Leach, there to enjoy it. How was that, being there firsthand and seeing that, Tom?
It was quite fun. I think Eli was actually in the booth right next to us. I think I saw him shooting his stand-up right after the game was over. So, yeah, for Jeff Pecoro and I, it's a great vantage point there. And that first interception by Kelvin Joseph, I think Jeff called it before Joseph caught it.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about this one. The Cats found, it appears, their go-to running back. Chris Rodriguez racked up 75 yards and scored a touchdown, averaging 5 yards per carry in the Tennessee blowout.
Yeah, he runs violently. You hear coaches talk about just a really powerful runner. I remember when he first arrived, Benny called him, Little Benny or something like that. And you see some of Benny Snell's style in the way that Chris runs the football. I'm really eager to see Tom McClain break out at some point here soon. I think it's going to happen where he will come out. They've actually compared him to Benny, not in running style, but in the fact that Benny was a special team star for the first few games and then kind of had his breakout game in, I think, week 3. And I think it's coming soon for McClain.
Yeah, I think the coaches have a lot of faith in Jaton, really. But I do want to just go back to Chris Rodriguez for a minute. I can't remember a play where he was stopped at the initial point of contact.
Yeah, right.
I mean, he ran through it every time. Every time.
I remember a stat from Benny's high school career when he arrived where he was never tackled for a loss in high school. It didn't happen much here. And I would say that would be an interesting stat to look up. How many times has Chris been tackled for a loss? I suspect it hasn't happened much, if at all.
All right, the blowout win gives Stoops some of his freshmen some more time, like Jaton McClain you were talking about, like Carrington Valentine, Joel Williams. These guys made some impressive plays, and not just in garbage time either. Vito Tisdale and Carrington Valentine had that big pass breakout.
Yeah, Vito was one I was going to mention before you got to him. I thought in kickoff coverage, and then he had a big hit. He looks like he's going to be a very physical safety, and those guys are exciting to watch. I think you're probably going to see a lot more of Josiah Hayes and Justin Rogers this week with the injury to Quentin Bohanna. So those guys are going to get their shot because Q had gotten himself into such great shape. He could play a lot more snaps than before. I don't think Marquand McCall is there yet, so they're going to need a rotation of guys to keep fresh legs in there, and those freshmen are going to get a big shot.
Yeah, Vito looks like he really loves playing the special teams. That is cool. It seems that COVID-19 impacted the Kentucky-Tennessee game in an unusual way. Mark Stoops says that Eddie Grand called the wrong play during UK's first drive because his glasses fogged up behind his face mask and he couldn't read the play sheet. You heard any changes going to be made there, Tom?
I haven't heard of anything yet, but that just comes under the heading of, the phrase for the year, the T-shirt, whatever it's going to be. That's so 2020.
Yeah. I mean, as Stoops said, we laugh about it now.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that funny at the time.
You always love to laugh.
I don't think anybody was laughing much in that moment. No.
All right. Well, safe travels to my old stomping grounds in Columbia this weekend, Tom. And we'll look forward to catching up with you next week.
Who should we look up for you?
You could always go visit the statue that they have erected in my image there.
Yeah.
We'll make sure to do that.
I think that's right up front the football stadium.
Can you tell them where to find that?
It's right up here in my own mind.
Thanks so much, Tom.
We'll try to find it.
Appreciate it.
You're watching BBN Tonight.